Drake, pretty clear. I think you've been smiling ear to ear since this whole thing happened. So I mean, it's clear you're happy about this. But just, I mean, knowing like what a lifelong dream this has been, what's the feeling like for you right now?
I don't know, like words can't explain how I feel. I feel like crying. I just feel like screaming. I don't know. I don't know how to act right now, really.
And when you hear Dana say that you're almost like this poster child of a generation, you know, people that grew up watching. I mean, does that resonate with you? Do you see that?
Yeah, well, I didn't really realize it until he just kept saying it. And I'm like, oh, that is kind of true, because I did watch like Spike and all that growing up, and I'm like, I would always think like, what if I was one of those people like growing up, like the new generation and everything? And I guess now it looks like it's happening now.
Very nice. Talk about the fight itself. I mean, you were kind of in a bad spot, and I don't know if I've ever seen a transition that quickly from a bad spot to a great spot. What was going through your head as that happened? I mean, do you drill that, or did it just kind of fall into place?
Honestly, I don't even remember what happened. It just like happened. It just like instinct. But I do remember like when I go like roll around and like work on my jiu-jitsu, I know I was like kind of like not that I'm lazy, but I always like leave kind of my hand there for the omoplata. But I never catch my training partners with it, because they know I always try to do it, like try to go for the triangle. But this time it actually worked, and I was just listening to my coaches to put my foot down and like try to like pull the head down and everything, and then like it worked.
I think it was clear your corner felt convinced that you had it, and so to not let it go, to just make the adjustments. Did you feel like, I know this is in? Because he was in there for quite a while.
Yeah, I felt like, I don't know, because I'm more of a striker. That was my first time ever getting a triangle, like ever probably. And I don't know, I felt like as soon as he picked me up, I was thinking about letting go, just all letting go. I don't want to get slammed. But then they were like, oh, like I remember that if he slams me, he's gonna like put me in a better position. So it actually let like my ankle, like my foot went like, I don't even know how to say it. But he just put it tighter when he slammed me, and I was just like, oh my God, he just did it. And then he just went backwards, and it kind of looked ugly after that.
Nice. Last thing for me, I mean, obviously you're going to want to enjoy this moment. It's clearly a special one for you. But what's the plan? I mean, do you see a date on the horizon that you'd like to make your debut? Do you see names already that you'd like to fight? What's the plan for you?
Honestly, I'm ready to fight whenever they let me know, like whenever they can tell me, whenever I can fight. But I'm kind of more want to like train a little bit more, and I'm just excited to go back to training and learn more new stuff and just get better. Even though that happened, I still feel like there's stuff that I could have worked on to get better.
Hey man, you're saying that over here down to your left. You're saying that you don't remember what happened. Is that normal for you in a fight, or do you usually? Is it just the grappling that's thrown you off?
I don't know. Maybe because I haven't fought like almost, I think, a year. It's been a year almost since I fought, so I just like I felt weird. And normally last time too when I fought, it was almost been like probably almost a year, like 8 months maybe, and it just felt weird. But I couldn't like get like in the mode. Like, and then I think in the second round, that's when I really like feel good, and I want to like strike, and I want to throw more punches and everything. But this time it just happened out of nowhere. It was just like reaction, just whatever. Like everything that I was working hard for, I guess it all paid off.
It's a nervous thing, right, coming to the Contender Series. Is it even worse knowing you haven't fought for a year and you might be a little bit rusty?
Yeah, well, I think so too. But then again, like I haven't been getting injured. Like my body's still good and everything. Like I'm still young. But I remember when I was fighting all the time as an amateur, I would always fight like boxing in between and everything. Like I would just be active, but my body would just like hurt, my knees and everything. And this one, I just feel good. I feel like strong and fast.
As a fan, right? It's kind of cool watching you, listening to Michael Bisping talk about you on the broadcast. What's it like listening to a legend, a Hall of Famer, talk about you like that?
Dude, it was cool. I was gonna say it bad, my bad. It was so awesome. It was badass.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
Drako, una más aquí en español. Decías que quieres entrar con la música de Nacho Libre. ¿Por qué escogerías eso para tu entrada?
Oh, porque esa es una película que toda mi familia y todos mis amigos siempre la han mirado y siempre me hace dar risa y me pone it puts me in a good mood.
Háblame un poco de la transición. Sé que dices que no recuerdas exactamente cómo vino, pero ¿cómo sentiste ese momento, que obviamente fue una muy buena finalización?
No sé, de repente nada más pasó porque siempre estoy entrenando eso, pero no sé, no me acuerdo, nada más pasó eso, no sé cómo decirlo muy bien.
Decías que tu familia ha tenido, veías con tu familia The Ultimate Fighter. ¿Recuerdas algunos ganadores, por ejemplo, como Efi Escudero, que fue el primer mexicano en su momento? ¿Quién te inspiró de los que veías?
Pues los que siempre miraba cuando me enseñaba mi tío era como Chuck Liddell y todos los old fighters, Anderson Silva, y luego como apenas estaba John Jones viniendo apenas la primera vez, pero nada más estaban dando los reruns, siempre miraba los reruns, porque siempre lo dieron en el Spike TV, en el canal ese.
¿Sabes de dónde es tu familia? ¿De qué parte?
Somos de Piedras Negras, Coahuila, Eagle Pass, Texas.
Muchas gracias.